In the year 2455, on a routine training mission, a team of students is about to discover a life form frozen in time.
Wow.
They're on their way back. Prepare for docking and power up the lab.
You brought him on board?
Everything's under control, man.
What the hell is going on?
Jason Voorhees, that's what's going on. He's an unstoppable killing machine.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back.
How do we get off the ship?
I don't know.
Look, we're gonna be all right.
What? Are you high?
Uh-oh.
He's here. You have got to get them out of there.
Hey, Slappy! I think we're finally okay.
What the hell is that? You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, wow.
He's been modified. Oh, you think? You guys might want to run. I don't think he's out there.
Why don't you just stick your head out and have a peek?
Let me just think. Hey, Monica. Fudge. Mine's gone blank. I'm trying to think of like a
You what?
intro. I'm trying to think of an intro connected
Okay.
to what we've watched. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. I'm good. All right.
Oh, you haven't seen anything from the world, so I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use another one.
because then I'll
I'm
get it
gonna
later. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your hosts, the LA hobo Kyle Charles and
What? All right. Okay. And the reanimated dead corpse that became a cybernetic uber monster. D.Y. Chung.
I knew he's going to use that one. And oh gosh, and welcome to another. We're doing another episode of view and review, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think
The,
hold on.
Yeah. I was gonna say the last of the trilogy of
Yeah.
The Ring,
Yeah.
Jason, Tommy Wiseau, and The Thing.
Yeah. We're closing this chapter. Well,
Yeah.
sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
For now, anyway. Yeah. So we're talking about the TV movie, The Ring. Ring.
Yes. Kazin Ban,
Yeah.
which
yeah, that's
is
it. Yep.
which means complete/perfect edition. You know, depending on how you want to translate it.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go by the original Japanese title of it, I think it was Ring: accident or a natural death? ? A young girl patriot that steals 4 lives. That's yeah.
Oh, that was Japanese. Yeah. Speaking about that, and Jason X.
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau's masterpiece, Best Friends.
No, it's not.
And the original A Thing
Yeah.
from Another Planet?
Another World.
Another World, sorry. Which
Yeah.
is the original version of The Thing,
Yeah.
to some extent. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I tell you what. Let's hit with The Ring first.
Yeah.
The Ring TV movie from 1995. Ringu 1995.
yeah.
Let's
Let's talk about
What did you
this.
think?
Sorry?
Did I say that again? What did you say?
I said, yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah. Okay. In a negative or positive way, I think talk about this.
It's, you know what? It's not bad and it's not good. It's a film.
It's a weird. Okay, it's a weird one, right? Because it's cheap, and it looks cheap, of course, right? But it's a TV film. The movie does these elements within here much better.
Yeah.
Right? They turned it. Here's like I want to say a thriller mystery film, because the male journalist now is trying to work out what's going on.
Yeah.
However, in the horror movie, the proper horror movie, it's like, well, something's happening. We're going to stop a curse from killing us. That's the tension.
Yeah.
I will say, I mean, I'm glad they changed it in the actual movie, the 1998 movie, from a male to a female, because they introduced the son, and then they got rid of. They had a ghost hunter, wherever he is here.
Yeah.
Who was actually really good, I thought, actually. But they got rid of that so they could put the husband as scientist instead and make it more of a family connection.
Yeah.
Exploration.
It made the connection for it made more sense, because in this one they're work colleagues, so it's like there's no real personal connection to them. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to work as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot more nudity here, which is like pretty weird, because it's like, well, hold on a minute, if this is a horror film,
yeah,
it's not really a place for it.
No. It's like 5 minutes in as well. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but there's an alternate cut where they use crime scene photos for that instead.
Okay.
Which looked much better.
About to say,
right? But there was that. Okay, so it makes sense though how the journalist gets involved in the story, because first of all, his niece gets killed by Sadako with the curse.
Yeah.
Right? And then and when you see him the first time, he's in a taxi, and a biker falls over in the taxi, falls to the floor, he's having the convulsions, and the journalist is trying to take off his mask and see what's going on. Yeah. Right? And then that guy dies. Then he questions another guy, one of his other co-journalist workers, and there's a couple that died in the car. So he's like, okay, this is actually a mystery that I'm going to get involved in and work out what's going on. So it makes sense.
And then it derails, in my opinion.
Yes, there's the gratuitous explicit scene. And oh my god, that woman in the car, when she's so the guy in the car is selling the whatever's killing them, the curse or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's proper selling. He's trying to get out the car, he's dying, right?
Yeah.
The lady, though, she's like, oh, play slaps. This thing's coming out. She's like, oh, play slaps. I'm like, woman, your acting is terrible. You're supposed to be pretending you're dying.
Yeah, it was just... it just threw me off. I was like...
Yeah.
And because, like, the deaths are different from than they are in the 1998 version.
Yeah.
It just seemed weird to me. Like...
Yeah. Look, this is more of an investigative mystery. This is like a research, right? And they're trying to kind of... Okay, so he then has to work out who watched the tape, because someone taped over the ending of the tape.
Yeah.
Then he has to find out the people who watched the tape, and then ask them what, try and work out what the ending is. So it's like, okay, fair enough. And they use quite clever bits where they're trying to trace like accents of where people are from the countries, and the volcano images and stuff like that. Yeah. Like frame by frame breakdown. I was like, okay, that's quite clever. His wife watched it, and that's why he, instead of the kid, obviously in the horror, then he's like, okay, this is why I have to try and solve the mystery.
I think how they did that bit with the wife watching it was a bit lazy as well. Rather than you seeing her watch it, it's just, oh yeah, by the way, it was in the VCR when I pressed play.
Exactly. What did you think of Sadako's quote-unquote hermaphrodite testicular feminization syndrome that she had?
It confused me.
Yeah, she had a very odd relationship with her father. Is the best way I can put it as well. It's like... It's
the PC way of putting it,
Yes. Yeah.
I can see why they changed these things
Yeah.
in the next one.
Because you threw massive question marks, and you're like, okay, why? Why? Rather than thinking, okay, something's happening. I did. So it makes sense why she died, because one of her doctors was trying to get with her. Then when he finds out she's got another set of genitals, right? She thinks he's rejecting her and disgusted by her, which is not the case. But then she starts using her psychic powers to try and kill him. Yeah. So then he chokes her, smacks her in the head, and throws her down the well. Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" But kind of, it was self-defense in a way, because she was trying to kill him.
Yeah, but not purposely.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it made sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
Why she did it, why she thought he was disgusted, and at the same time, why he had to throw her down the well, because he was like trying to get killed. So, like, all right, fair.
Yeah. But,
fair dude. That's yeah. He's like,
sorry, say that again? You roboted out.
Let's meet rationalization.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So she's like, he's like, she possessed me to commit murder. She made me do it. And I think that's more of his rationalization why he did it, but still.
Still, yeah. It's a bit iffy.
Yeah. What did you think of? So they have to do the thing where they find her body and put her to rest, right?
Yeah. Which is weird.
Yeah.
When you saw the bit I found funny when he's getting choked by her, but you see her normal, and then the hands are like these crappy rubber gloves.
Yeah.
It took me out of it for a minute. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It'd be more menacing if it was her actual hands rather than the, I want to say, rubber gloves that made it look like her hands were decaying. It just made it look stupid. But yeah.
I will say this. I think it seemed like she was more, okay, in the end, she kind of, her spirit, after she killed the doctor, the scientist guy, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, psychically.
Yeah.
She walked in, she had a baby in her ghostly self that she walked into the wife.
Yeah.
So she's getting birthed into the wife fetus. I don't know, it's a bit of an oddity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what
and then basically Sadako tells the main character how to survive the curse.
Yeah.
Okay. But then again, what's good with the end credits though? If they do play the tape, like, oh yeah, okay.
What do you think of the tape in this version?
Not particularly haunting. I will say this. Yeah.
It just seems like just random things put together.
Yeah.
Even though I get in this one, it was more hinting to clues of how to find her. I think, but it just was random. Like, what was it like? It was dice. I was like, wait, what is dice got to do with any curses? And then a person just shouted, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I wish it was the other tape.
Yeah. I mean, look. I think the horror version remake is the way better movie.
Yeah.
This is, you can see how like there's good elements here that they were like, all right, I'll grab and I'll enhance these.
Yeah.
And I'll remove these sections, which it is in the original book, but don't make sense in the context of the movie I'm making.
Yeah. But that's sometimes why it's a good thing why when books are made into films or TV shows, they change things, because in books, I guess sometimes it can work.
I will say this. Ringu 1998 doesn't even have a huge budget itself anyway.
No.
I don't want to say it looked cheap because it didn't, but it's like they didn't need any, massive set props or special effects or stuff. They used like, the everything that was around them.
Yeah.
As their building blocks.
Yeah.
Here, everything just looked really, really cheap. I don't know if just because of how the camera's filmed or the lighting or whatever, but Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, that film didn't cost that much. The actual film didn't cost that much. Wouldn't have costed that much.
Neither did the American version either, and that still looks good. I don't get,
Not to say, okay, you can make good movies on the cheap. I'm just saying, I think this budget must have been really low for a TV movie.
And in some aspects, it adds to the effect of the film, but in some bits, it just makes the film look crap. And feels crap in certain points.
Yeah, I think that the best takeaway is that guy who's playing the scientist, the grumpy scientist guy. Yeah. He was a standout. His attitude, his persona, his his grouchiness.
He just didn't want to be there.
yeah.
And it's like, because I've known you for this long, I guess I'll sort of just go along with you in this whole adventure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll be saved, but no, he doesn't get saved.
And like you say, the most things you take away from this is it's just weirdness all around.
Yes.
Strange story points. You're like, whew.
Yeah.
And that they stick with you rather than, okay, she might come out of the TV and kill me or something like that. You know, she's haunting me or whatever. It's like the oddities in your head. You step away. You go, did they really need to do that?
Yeah. You're like, really? Yeah. Even on paper, I don't get how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true to the book.
Yeah. Book.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Yes. Moving on.
What your choice?
Let's talk about the masterpiece by Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero, Best Fiends Part 1 and 2.
Yeah, the title is Best Friends, but it has a bracket over the R's, so it could be also read as Best Fiends.
Yeah.
Look, okay. All I can say about this is it looks better than Rom because the budget's higher.
Yeah.
Their acting has actually gotten better, right?
One of them has, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Look, but Tommy Wiseau always acts as Tommy Wiseau, so whether his acting got better or not, he's just still himself.
Yeah.
Right. And the story is more coherent.
Yeah.
Right. But still a bit weird as well.
Yeah.
I can't really. I haven't got too much to say about this film.
Okay, like you said, I would say the film is shot very nice. Yeah. Like this transitions, even like how it's filmed looks nice.
Yeah.
The story, on the other hand, starts off like I thought it was going one place.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't know where it's going itself.
Yes. It kind of rambles and it goes a bit on too long where it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-part movie, or if you say it's 1 3.5 hour movie, but it did not need to be that long.
No. Like, it starts with Greg being a mute. You're like, okay, what?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he can speak again.
Yeah, but I think he wasn't choosing to speak or something. Like a drifter, he's going around, making, settling wherever it is, and then moving on to the next town. So, don't really need to speak to people.
No.
But Tommy Wiseau as a mortician, being a bit quirky as he is, fine.
Makes sense. That. Yeah, I can buy that. But then everything else is just insanity.
Yeah.
Like, when I think there's a bit where he's taking a bullet out of someone or a tooth, I can't remember. And you can see the actor who's meant to be the corpse blinking.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's hilarious. And then it's just the things that Tommy says when, after like fixing a dead person, where it's like, oh, we need to celebrate, we need to go and have Chinese food.
Yeah.
And just things like that, I'm like, it's not eccentric, it just is weird.
Yeah. So it's like Tommy Wiseau just basically being Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
Not acting as anyone else but himself. But that's what the draw of this is.
Yeah.
So that's a positive point. You can't say you didn't come here to watch it and then see the man not be himself.
No. Good point. But then it's just random. Like, what is the actual plot of this film?
No, exactly. I don't know.
Like, at points, I thought I knew. It was like, okay, him and Greg are gonna get caught in some weird drug deal or something.
Yeah.
And then they'll go on the run or whatever. But then, no, because they start making good money. But
Yeah.
Tommy's, like, acting really weird to him.
Yeah.
And then Greg meets a girl and decides, like, hey, I'm in love with her, but she can't know that I'm a bum, so let's keep doing these deals with people. And then
Yeah.
he gets...
And there's relevant. I mean, look. Then she turns out not to be who she says she is, and they. Okay, first of all, before that point, at the ending of movie 1,
yeah,
they try to lure Tommy away to a concert somewhere. Well, Greg lures Tommy away to a concert so the girl can steal the ATM cash machine he had at the back of his mortuary for some reason.
yeah,
And Tommy works this out, saying, look, you drove me X amount of miles for X amount of hours, and you're going to see this concert, right? Except that this building where the concert you're saying is in, it's no longer around.
It's around, not around more. Like...
So you're trying to fool me for something. And then Greg's like, no. And then they have a little tussle, and he accidentally throws Tommy off the cliff.
Yeah. And you're like, okay. And then it ends with, you see, at this part of the part 1,
yeah,
Greg tied up in a room, innit? And this guy in a knight's costume.
Yeah.
Just saying the most convoluted, weirdest things ever.
Yeah.
And it can't be a mystery because only one person in the world speaks like that.
yeah. Body movements as well.
Yeah, exactly. Even with a mask on, I know it's him because he just has some weird essence towards him. But okay, whatever. And then the next part starts with Greg being tied up and Tommy saying all this weird stuff that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he's in there like, this. I don't understand what he's saying. Okay, cool. And then they all think Tommy's dead, so they meet this jacked old man.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't concentrate on anything else in the film because, like, why is he so jacked?
Yeah.
And if you're Greg in this, yeah, you should have sort of knew something was off because the way this guy was talking to her,
yeah,
you wouldn't talk to your niece like that, would you?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So it turns out she was a con artist, and actually, this guy's not her uncle; it's her con artist cohort / lover, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right,
Cool.
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, rightio.
And then they throw in the other safe crackers that one guy believes that she's the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's all this oddity coming from? But whatever,
Exactly,
man.
out of nowhere. And then...
but the thing is, I'm going to point out, at least, okay, as strange as some of these things are,
yeah,
they make more sense than the rumors may make sense of its own storyline.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But with the ring, it's funny because it's trying to be serious.
Yes. Here it's actually serious because it's not any. I don't want to say stupidity, but there's no wackiness in it. No like oddities.
No.
Other than Tommy Wiseau himself, but that's the different.
Yeah.
No storyline oddities. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Except for when he makes a mask.
Yeah.
Of Greg's face, right?
Yeah.
Or someone's face, and he
Or
puts it
Greg's
in his own face. Yeah.
That's other weird bits where he's talking to Greg like, you should have done this, and he's wearing the Greg mask.
Yeah. And in some shots, it's actually Greg there.
Yeah.
And then when it flicks back to Greg who's being held hostage, it flicks back to then Tommy with the Greg face on him, which doesn't look great at all.
No, it looks hilarious. And then... so then the woman's about to get killed by this crazy guy.
Yeah.
And then Tommy in this night uniform, well, night helmet, and a bulletproof vest comes in, shoots him with a German Luger,
Yeah, yeah.
and then creeps away, and then shoots some. It's insanity.
Yeah. and then I mean, are you shifting towards the end right now?
Yeah.
Right, because then so Tommy, and we know how we're calling them by their actual names and not their character names, right? 'Cause that's how you remember them, right?
Yeah.
Tommy's name's Greg.
Yeah.
They leave the girl
Yeah.
with the corpses, right? With the leftover, and she's like, no, I can help you, I can be with you, Greg, just like how Lisa was, right?
Yeah.
And Tommy's like, leave her, and he's like, oh, Tommy, Greg, I've been hiding this from you for so long. We're trying to do something, right? Drive them to a house and say, Greg, I bought you this new house. This is what all the secrecy was about. That's what all the ATM money was for. It was for you. And it's like, oh, jeez.
It's like, so all this,
Yeah.
well, you could have just said, oh yeah, Greg, I bought a house to you.
Yeah.
Film had been over hours ago.
I wasn't skimming money from you. I wasn't trying to cheat you.
No.
You tried to kill. You almost killed me, but still, we're besties.
Yeah, you're like, but now there's like 4 people dead.
Yeah.
But for what?
Yeah.
When you could have just said, yeah, Greg, I'm going to take half this money aside because I don't really trust you with money and I want you to have a house. I'm going to set this aside.
Yeah.
Because
when you was going around, walking around, when New York, wherever it is, with no money, barely any job, then wearing a bloody t-shirt as though you got beat up the street. Yeah.
And then there's that weird subplot about that woman who Tommy keeps going on about how her crime was a true mystery and they try to write it off as something else, but you never sort of find out what that is about.
Yeah. It's a lot of yeah. Look, at the very least, it wraps up and makes more sense than the Room. That's all. So they improved upon that, is all I can say.
Because I thought the subplot was like, okay, that woman Tommy keeps going on about maybe is Greg's mum, but never brought upon, touched upon, like Greg's mum's death, never touched upon. They make a big thing about it, but it's never touched upon.
Do you enjoy this book? Did you enjoy it?
I don't know.
All right, so I'll say it wasn't. Okay, the best way I can put it is, if you're watching it for Tommy Wiseau, then good on you. Yeah. The film itself is not a great film.
No,
it could have been, if it was shorter, it'd probably be better.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, he's the most entertaining part of the film, but the film itself was a bit, I want to say convoluted, but it's just like drawn out.
Yeah, long-winded. Yeah. Like, what was another part I thought was, there's a few bits I thought was, okay, what?
But what I have to say as well, what I noticed as I was watching is, they didn't have a huge cast, right?
No.
But you don't notice it as you're watching the film. You're like, I mean, I actually you noticed it up. You think about afterwards, oh, they did a lot of things, but they didn't actually need a lot of people.
No, it's only about 8 people in the whole film, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Like, the woman who played Gray's love interest, I thought she was hot, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But then
as soon as you don't hire a lady like that without you put in that role specifically, like the vampire, the desultory seductress or something like that. Be like, yeah. I mean, they didn't make it too obvious from the beginning, but it's just like, when it's kind of the reveal, you're like, okay, it actually makes sense.
Yeah, one of the good things they pulled off in that film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was the funny bit on the bringing up. I don't know if you found this funny. You know when they go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But they go to downtown Las Vegas because no one really goes there, as you can see, because there's no one really on the streets. But then, after all that, and then they go back to Tommy's car in the middle of desert, and then when Grace talking about his mum, he goes, "Your mum, she's proud of you. She's looking up above and saying, 'Hey, I'm proud of you, son.'" I was like, wait. Then he goes on some again a weird tangent, like, what is he actually talking about?
Yeah. Now, like you said, it would have made more sense if there was a reveal of his mum somewhere later and down in the movie or something, right?
Yeah, but no.
I think it was just more of a drama moment, but Tommy Wiseau and drama don't seem to work together.
No, because I think he tries too hard. I think he thinks drama is having weird twists.
Yeah.
But that's not drama. That's just sometimes lazy writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, okay, whatever. Cool. But yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best way you can put it. It's like, it's nothing too memorable other than Tommy Wiseau in it.
Yeah.
That's and that if you've seen the room, it's better than, it's more competent.
Yeah.
A production.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no particular comments.
No. Like, biggest thing I'll give it is it's filmed nicely. I like like they use the drone shots and stuff like that. I thought all the scenes were pretty nice looking, but nothing else really after that.
All right, let's move on. Jason X, right? Jason X, yes. Now, look, this is a silly dumb film. I enjoy, but you're gonna say you hated it, right?
Yes. This reinforced my hatred for the Jason franchise. It's so early 2000s as well. Hello?
I thought you cut out, so I didn't. I didn't respond. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So you're saying it's so early 2001? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yep.
No. Actually, funny enough, this does not have a lot of massive cast either. When you look at it as well.
No.
Because they got the people on the space. They got the soldier at the beginning, which Jason kills, right?
Yeah.
And then he chases Lexa Doyne, Talia al Ghul, from the Arrow series, into cryogenic chamber, which she is quite smart because she's
wait. That's who she. Oh, I was thinking she looked familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
So she lures him into the cryogenic chamber, hides around the corner or something like that, and just basically shotguns him in there. Except that being Jason, he gets a machete. As the chamber's coming off, he stabs through it.
Yeah. Stabbing
her. I don't know why she would decided to get so close up to him. Maybe a bit to make sure he's freezing, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then the ice or whatever it is escapes there, and they freeze the entire chamber. Yeah. That Jason does his business, right? They freeze. They find her, the adventurers, the explorers, whatever, right?
Yeah.
They all freeze her, and then they go and bring Jason's corpse to the morgue.
Yeah.
And they make a note about how small his brain is.
Yeah.
And which I find quite funny actually. And yeah, they kind of, I don't want to say they revive him, but he revives himself.
Yeah.
Because he's got a healing factor, right? But I think just because he came out of the cryogenic and he started unfreezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he starts murdering people on the spaceship, exactly as a
Jason would do. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, look, you got to say the first person he killed on the spaceship, the lady with the mortuary lady.
Yeah.
Where he put her head in the liquid nitrogen or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Then he smashed it into the table. Then you tell me that was an effect.
No, I just thought, like, I don't know. I thought that woman was gonna last longer, and then her death was kind of like, okay, that was cool, but how come the guy next door didn't hear any of this?
Because he was getting. Which guy was that? Was that the guy getting on with the?
No, it was the black dude. He was literally next door.
Oh, right, yeah. He was in the cryogenic. He was unfreezing Lexa Doyne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We could just say them rooms are soundproof because you don't want people hearing what's going on over here, over there.
Yeah, it's future. Get around it. Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't like any of these kills?
No.
Oh man. Oh look, they weren't as entertaining kills as Part 8. I will say that, right? But my buddy, when we were watching this, so you know who Peter Mensa is?
Which one's he?
The black dude.
Oh yeah, the familiar looking. Yeah.
Right. So when he was with his crew, that all managed to get stealth. The security crew, right?
Yeah.
Which all managed to get killed by Jason because he's that damn good. He's got Batman slash Solid Snake skills, right?
Yeah.
Riddick skills, if you want to put it that way as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just kills all of them, right? He comes
Yeah.
down to that guy, and Peter Mentor's like, where's Jason? He's back against the wall. He's like, where are you, right? Jason stabs him through the wall, right?
Yeah.
And to Peter Mentor's like, oh, it'll take more than that to put this old war dog down. And then Jason stabs him again, and he goes, yeah, that'll do it. My
Okay,
friend
I
hated
found
that.
that funny.
Yeah, exactly. I found that hilarious.
But everything else is like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So this is female android who takes down Jason with the help of Peter Mentor, who comes in like to do interference like that, do with pro wrestling style.
Yeah.
And she blasts Jason to pieces over the nanodiet regeneration chamber,
Yeah.
which is to be fair to them, is shattered. So they assume it's not going to be working anymore as they go off because the ship is going to explode. So they try to get away from it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jason gets healed by the nanites. Uber Jason, as they call him now, Cyborg Jason.
Yeah.
And he destroys the cyborg lady afterwards. He punches their head off, I believe.
Yeah, he literally just like punches the head off. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
She tries all the stuff she tried before, but it didn't work on Super Jason.
Yeah, he's like, not today.
What did you think of the how they used it? Where they used Crystal Lake to distract Jason? Didn't you find that funny? Where they make the hologram of the girls, right?
Yeah.
And they go,
yeah.
yeah. Hey, do you want a beer? Or smoke some weed? Or have premarital sex? And they take their tops off. We love premarital sex. I was like, this is hilarious. This is like a send-up. Parody. Yeah.
I was like, okay, they know that this is stupid. That's why they're doing it. I was like, okay, I'll get a chuckle from that. But then when he's beating the hologram with another hologram.
Wait, you stop the setup of it. You gotta set the scene, man. So when they take the tops off and he starts sitting in their sleeping bags,
yeah.
he steps over to him and starts crashing. You're thinking, oh, okay, right? They managed to use their wiles on Jason, right?
Yeah,
right?
But no.
It comes back wrong. He's got one lady in a sleeping bag, smacking another lady in a sleeping bag. I'm like, this is funny stuff. Then he swings the one he's got, right? Then he's swinging into the other one. He just swings out into a tree afterwards. And then you hear them going, oh.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me, man. I don't know, I just... Maybe that hate for Jason has clouded my judgment.
Well, look, you must have gotten enjoyment out of the scene where Peter Mentor... Like, they get onto another spaceship that comes to rescue them, yeah?
Yeah.
And Peter Mentor managed to grab Jason. The spaceship explodes, and Jason's launched towards him. Peter Mentor intercepts in his spacesuit, and burns up Jason in the atmosphere.
Yo,
as they go into
thing.
Earth 2, because left Earth 1, they recolonized elsewhere. And you must have been clapping. You must have been hovering and clapping once Jason died.
I did until the end. I was like, they'll bring
Well,
it
he
back
lands-
to this, won't they?
What could be future Crystal Lake or something, right?
Yeah.
And his mask slips down into the ocean.
Yeah.
You found no enjoyment in this film whatsoever?
I don't know if it was a film, but I think because it's more, the early 2000 films all have that same sort of vibe to them, but they're trying to be, as the kids say, meta, but serious at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I don't really.
All right. Well, let's just at least this time you're spewing way less venom than you did before when we were talking about Jason Part 8.
That's true. I think I've become older and fragile.
No. I mean, look, you accepted them for what they are because you got the type of vibe of what they are portraying.
Yeah, but to be fair though, I'll tell you this now. Watching this, I was quite pissed off. I was like, this is terrible. Why am I still watching this? Why is this a franchise? And I was like, this just reinforces everything I hate about it. But now, having a little couple days to breathe and take it in, that's what I say.
Let's put it this way: slasher films are what they are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not like say for example, the Halloween Kills or stuff like that. It's just they're different, right? They're supposed to be like so we said before, home invasion horror films, right? But slasher films are not like that. Slasher films, like they are full of stupidity. You got your generic people that you're just there to watch them get killed. No one's meant to survive these.
Yeah, no one's meant to.
Yeah, and then the slasher horror filmmakers get more, like you say, they realize what's going on. Let's just make things a bit more obscene. Not obscene, like ludicrous.
Yeah.
You know? So, for the entertainment of the people that are watching them, that's all.
Yeah. But, yeah, I still prefer Michael Myers over Freddy. But, hey.
You mean Jason?
Whatever, they're all the same now.
Wait. No. Let me ask you, actually. Let me ask you, so you would say you would rate Michael Myers before Freddy and Jason, or was that just a slip up?
No, I would put him before them two, yeah.
Well, you know what, I mean, I've only seen Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and Freddy vs. Jason, right? Yeah. I do want to see the rest of Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm here, Freddy becomes more of a charismatic clown.
Yeah.
Rather than, like, straight up horror.
Yeah, and from what I've heard as well, it's like, how do you take a child murderer and then sort of make him into a hero?
I don't necessarily think they make him a hero. It's more of a... He becomes
you kind of root for him, so he kind of is a hero, so it's like...
Well, it depends on, I guess, all the people he's going to kill, because if they're all dickheads, right, then you want to see them like, as per when Jason's killing some people, sometimes you're like, yeah, this guy deserves to die.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, right. You'd say in this film, did you enjoy it more than Part 8 and the remake, 2009? Between the three of them that you have seen, how do you rate them?
I'll probably put 2009 at the top.
Okay.
And then at the bottom, both 8 and Jason X. Sorry.
All right. Well, okay. Look, I wouldn't rate it that way. I'd probably put 8 because the stupidity is amazing, but it's very entertaining for me. Then Jason X, and then 2009 tried to be serious, but it's just like, no, that's not the type of Jason films that I am used to.
Yeah.
So I put that a bit lower than them. I will say Jason X is not a particularly expensive looking film.
No.
But it's fun, campy, and dumb. Yeah.
Just
so. So that's yeah. I know what I'm there for, and I know what I'm enjoying. But you enjoy the Fast and Furious films where Dominic Toretto does all these amazing things, and you're like, yeah, my boy Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, but at least I can root for the dude and stuff. Like, everyone in these films are just unlikable. Even the people you're meant to like are just unlikable.
Well, all I think is, how can you hate on Jason? He's got he has a disability. He was born different. He's a mutant.
Yeah, I get that.
And you are falling in line with them. You're like, I hate Jason. I just like him. It's like, you're just as bad as the bully.
No, because
if you had a Jason film, you would have got killed.
No, because like, if he had a reason to kill most of these people, then fair enough. But he doesn't.
All them years of childhood being bullied and
but
killed, essentially drowning because of these people. You know.
Yeah, I get that. But like,
you think of my boy Jason.
If he killed everyone related to the incident when he got drowned, whatever, fair enough. But what have these people 400 years in the future got to do with him?
Yeah. Okay, it's fair, and I'm deliberately being selective just to make you look bad. That's fine.
He's a douche.
All right.
They're douches. They're all douches.
Okay, so that's gonna cap off Jason X. All right. Yep. And the thing from another world, 1951. So what did you think of this? I want to say it's the original thing, and it kind of is, but it kind of also isn't.
Yeah. It's an alright film.
Yeah.
Because of I keep using this excuse, I'm pretty sure I have ADD, whatever. Black and white films, I need to concentrate, because if not, it's so dated and stuff, I sort of drift in and out, but it's took me a couple of times to watch because of, again, my own problems. Nothing wrong with the film. But, yeah, the effects were pretty good for a film from 1951.
Yeah. Okay. So I can watch black and white films. Like some for the modern films they've done in black and white, and I think they don't need it. Like the Snyder Cut, Justice League didn't need to be in black and white, but Logan in black and white kind of works.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that Snyder Cut was all in black and white.
Yeah. There is a version of it.
Yeah, crap. Yeah.
And Batman Begins, all in black and white. I can always watch that. No, they didn't do it in black and white. I just, sometimes you just have the settings all off on your thingamajig, and then all of a sudden you're like, why is this in black and white? But I still watched it, and then I was like, you know what? This actually adds to the mood. Anyways, I don't mind black and white films. Of this, even of this era, and I have to say, at this time,
yeah.
I mean, I have to say the female. I wouldn't say the female lead, but the main female in it, because she's the only female in it, actually had some things to do, personality-wise, and she wasn't just a damsel in distress and stuff like that. She actually had spunk,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's good. She's not there for eye candy or whatever, or just to make the men look good, because some men are being jabronis there as well. But it's just like, okay, cool, props for that.
Me personally, I kind of forgot she was there every now and then.
Yeah. Well, no, okay. Well, I didn't, because actually she got stuff to do, and she was quite likable as well as sensible. But most of these guys were also sensible, except for the
scientist guy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Scientist and doctor.
Yeah, he was a douche.
So they removed the thing from the ice, and then the doctor's like, oh, we could be the first ones to test this or that, another humanoid life from space and all that stuff. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
All sense of, I don't want to say greed or discovery, just bypasses all logic, and the main captain guy is like, no. Hold on a second, yeah.
Especially when they're all like, yeah, we shouldn't do this just in case, germs on him may kill us, or vice versa. We start a new global thing. Maybe we shouldn't interact with him.
Exactly. But science is above everything to some people, you know what I mean? But the guy watching it, right? So they take the thing away, and they put him in the cold storage. I think they open the windows because he's in an ice block. And then the guy himself, who's keeping watch, is kind of cold.
Yeah.
So so I think, does he switch? No, he puts a blanket on the thing, right? Because he doesn't like looking at it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's an electrical blanket, and it's left on. So then the thing melts from the ice, and I'm like, dude, you're an idiot, but you have to set the story in motion somehow, you know?
Yeah.
Fair enough. It wasn't the stupidest decision, but at the same time, you would have thought, if the electrical blanket's on, when he realized, unless he just switched it on and he didn't realize, and he was like, you know what, let me just cover this thing because I don't want to look at it, and it wasn't that hot enough yet. But
like you're saying, I'm pretty sure, obviously, like you said, you need the story to move, whatever, but I'm pretty sure there's other things he could have put on.
He could have put the blanket on himself, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You mean to cover the thing, of course, as well, right? He could take his jacket off, put it on the thing, put the electrical blanket on him, because he can control the heat.
Yeah, exactly, but okay.
Yeah.
You need to get the story right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did you think of the actual... Okay, so this is not like the John Carpenter's... because they're about subterfuge trying to get away from the situation and all that stuff, right? Trying to survive. This is just like a Frankenstein's monster sort of bumbling, whatever it is, humanoid carrot, right? Some sort of supervised humanoid carrot thing. What did you think of that?
For its time, it sort of fits.
Yeah.
But because I saw the other two before I saw this one, it was kind of like underwhelming. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, what is this? It's like, because it's a PG as well.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So that's probably the reason. As a PG horror, you can only do so much.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, like you're saying, it didn't look frightening, but there was a good fire special effect where, and it had to be practical because it was back in those times.
Yeah.
They set the thing on fire. I say the thing, but the humanoid carrot, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And he's running through a fiery set as well because he would touch this stuff, they get set on fire as well.
And that bit made me laugh because it was like you're just like to all the people there, like you're just spreading this fire. You're not actually benefiting anyone. You're actually putting yourself more at risk.
when you're filming it, like, you know what? We're just gonna endanger everyone here.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. That wouldn't fly in this day and age, but okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. But no, and it was good. They set a trap for it and tried to kill it, which was quite logical what they did, right?
Yeah.
And then you got that one scientist. Oh no, don't kill it, blah blah. Anyways, when they set the thing on fire, he breaks through a window or something to try and get the outside to smother himself in the snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, they make sense as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the thing then tries to knock out the like generators and the heat and stuff, the electricity.
Yeah.
So it corners them. It tries to force them to do stuff, except they're ahead of the game, and they're like, no, because there's only one other place he's going to go to, and if we barricade it, he has to come to us.
Yeah, I thought that was quite clever as well. I was like, this thing is quite smart, but 30 humans are smarter, I guess.
It's like, we know it's trying to set a trap for us. Don't fall into the trap. That's where it is.
Yeah.
And then they set like an electrical barricade thing. And
Something
create
like that,
yeah, and create some booby trap choke point for the thing. I was like, okay.
That's smart. And that's when you got the scientists like, no, we could be friends and things like,
and then like, and he tried to warn the thing. He tried to go, don't step here. And then the thing, what does he do? Choke him out and kill him, backfist him.
He just backfist him into a wall, and that's it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm glad he's dead, but I was quite anticlimactic death at the same time. But all right.
Well, you know what's funny? I think as well, it's like the thing. They were trying to get him on the platform to electrocute, and he steps off the platform, I think, to backfist the doctor or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then I think one of the crew members throws an axe at it. And the thing just hops back onto the platform. And then they're like, yes, trap is sprung.
Yeah, because he just threw an axe at his foot, so he moves steps on the platform.
Yeah, I've got my notes here. Throws the axe, and then I've got bracket slides an axe. And I'm like, did he throw it or slide the axe? I can't quite recall exactly what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stepped over it, but all right.
But I have to say, okay, it's quite fine as a PG horror adventure film.
Yeah.
You have tension of who might be the thing. You know, if the thing there is not trying to hide, not trying to be one of the crewmates. It's just trying to either eliminate them or they eliminate him. That's the only 2 points of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you recommend people watch it? And if you say as a film itself isn't good, would you recommend them to watch it just out of curiosity because they watched other things?
No, I would recommend to watch it because it's an entertaining film. But I'll say watch it in 1.5 speed because it just sounds hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Because it sounds like, you know, when they do like stereotype things from the 1950s, like, hey, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. When they talk like that.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like that, and I found it hilarious watching it like that.
All right, you're saying were you saying the pace was too slow for you, or you just was like you couldn't get into it, so you're trying to get to the end a bit quicker, just so you know what was going on?
No, I thought if I speed it up, it might keep me more interested in it. The space and nothing wrong with it. Like I said, it's my personal problem that I just.
I think also it's one of those things where, as you go further back into cinema, things are done differently.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say the pacing is differently, but people's movements aren't so animated.
Yeah.
So we watch something now and someone's completely overacting. That could be entertaining, right?
Yeah.
That'll keep you. But when everyone's acting, not stilted necessarily as here, but they're more subtle and low key because they haven't got to the point where overacting is ingenious or not, depending on which point of view and who's doing it. You know, everyone knows they're on screen and they're portraying something, but they're not overly doing it or underdoing it. They're just right in the middle there.
Yeah, and it's some people it's hard to get into.
Yeah.
But it's a good film. Good film.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. In that case, I guess that'll be us signing off then for the. So I am the. I'm the humanoid character who gets flied by electricity, CY Chong.
Okay. And I am the stupid doctor that wants to put science first, Carl Charles.
Right.
And thank you all for taking a trip around the multiverse. And make sure you watch those films, they're quite great.
Yeah. Okay,
well,
cool.
except for Jason.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No, I hate it. But yeah, so catch you guys next time. Bye.
Trust me, friendship before money. Can you say that?
Yeah.
What?
Well, trust me, friendship before money.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a good story for you. A familiar story. One guy meet another in a big city. They have dream, but something changed. Greed, hatred, and jealousy. You understand the words?